I'm in the chair with Luke Hersheson, CEO of Hersheson's, and we're going to be talking all things hair care, and I'm going to be trying out the new smooth filler treatment from Wella. Okay, so first question, Luke.
Yes.
We're going to start from the beginning. How long have you been working in hair and what got you into it?
So I'm probably coming up to my third decade-ish. So a long time.
A long time.
Grew up in a salon. Obviously, my dad started the brand, and so I was just kept in the back of the salon and loved the vibe, loved the energy, loved the looks, and so always felt like it was my calling to be here.
We've just actually been talking about some of the pictures you have on your walls, but are there any standout moments in your hair history or dream names that you've worked with along the years?
I think my kind of big break was when I was 21. I got asked to go and do a Missoni campaign with Gisele, photographers Matt and Marcus, and Charlotte Tilbury was doing makeup, and I think that was my first ever kind of big moment. Did a lot of work with Kylie in the kind of early noughties that I kind of look back on and think that was like so much fun.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, you know.
Gisele is like my hair icon. Like my reference when I go to a salon is like, make me look like Gisele. So maybe we can do that today because we're trying the new smooth filler treatment from Wella. Can you explain just briefly what the treatment involves and what's going to be happening to my hair?
So smooth filler is like a complete game changer in hair that basically gives you really smooth, shiny, glossy hair, knocks out the frizz, but maintains the volume and doesn't kill curl. So it kind of gives you dream smooth hair and knocks out the frizz in the process.
It sounds miraculous. Frizz is a huge issue for lots of people, myself included. Is there anything people are doing wrong at home that's making the frizz worse for them potentially?
Oh, one of the things I see that I think always is like a breeding ground for frizz is when people come out the shower, they wrap their hair up in a towel and they keep it there for an hour. And that humidity and heat just makes your hair get frizzier and frizzier. So number one,
I literally didn't know that.
Take the towel off.
Okay.
Comb it through, put some leave-in conditioner in, and let the hair start air drying from that point. And you will find your life just gets so much easier.
Great tip. And can you tell me a bit of the science behind the smooth filler treatment? Like what it actually does to the hair to make it smooth?
So basically, if you look at a piece of hair under a microscope, you'll see lots of little raised cuticles, and it will look like a bumpy, bit of bit of
I've had it done before. It looks awful.
So basically, the product fills in all those little bumps.
Yeah.
When you hit it with the iron, the whole hair shaft becomes much, much smoother, locks it in. And instead of like a traditional kind of styling product, this lasts. So it's built to last between 3 and 5 months. So when you kind of go outside, you hit some humidity or a little bit of dampness, your hair's got that memory that's going to last and stay smooth.
But the key thing as well is because some of the Brazilian blow dries of the past, they kill the texture of your hair. This will keep the texture but kill the frizz.
Yeah, I think the difference between this and a kind of classic straightener is that you maintain all your movement, all your wave. All it's doing is really knocking out the frizz and smoothing the hair in the process.
So if you have waves in your hair, they'll stay.
Yeah, like if you have a coily, frizzy hair, it might relax the coil a fraction, but ultimately all the action of this product is going to kill the frizz and maintain the volume and the curl and the movement and make smoothing it out so much easier and make that smoothing process last so that when you go out into humidity or you're in a nightclub or you hit any kind of dampness, it's not gonna frizz up. We still go to nightclubs.
I mean, not really. I'm more likely to be on a hot holiday than in a nightclub.
We're gonna get you shampooed now, and then we'll start applying the product, leave it on for 20 minutes, and then we'll start blow drying it in.
Lovely. So just for reference, this is my hair before. The natural texture is, I actually have blow dried this and it all still looks a bit frizzy. So this is going to just help take all the frizz down and smooth things out.
Let's go. So we're just going to blast it off to get it like 80% dry before we start putting the product on.
Great. And then you're going to apply it from just below the roots to the ends, is that right?
Yeah, so just like about a centimetre or 2 away from the root, all the way down to the tips.
Yeah.
And we'll coat each section, so you'll be pretty saturated by the time it's all in.
Lovely. And it can be used on coloured hair, textured hair.
Yeah, in fact, I find it even better on coloured hair because it's so conditioning. You're really sealing all those, as I was saying, like raised little bumps along the cuticle.
Yeah.
So if anything, when you do it kind of after having color or after a bleach, it actually really helps the condition of your hair. I think what this product does like brilliantly is like it gives you that kind of perfect air dried finish.
Yeah.
With all that kind of movement and texture without having like loads of like fluff and frizz. Okay, so we're gonna leave this to set for like 20 minutes.
Fab.
And then we're gonna give it a good rinse and then blow dry you in and then you're free to go.
Thank you. Luke, you mentioned Gisele and Kylie. Are there any other big names you've worked with or that you'd love to work with?
I worked with Dua Lipa for a couple of years. That was a great experience. And then I've obviously worked with Keira Knightley for probably the best part of 20 years.
Amazing.
Which she's always a dream to work with.
Yeah. And anyone's hair you would love to get hold of? Like, would you like to see like Sienna Miller go brunette?
No, Sienna looks great. I mean, I've worked with Sienna over the years. In fact, I cut Sienna's hair off years ago to a bob before everyone else was doing bobs.
Really?
We cut it for a film.
Okay. And any tips for growing out a bob? Because I know people find that in-between stage tricky.
It is, but I think it's good to try and embrace it because sometimes you can make in-between stages work for you. A great haircut, when it grows out, can become something really great.
Yeah.
As it's growing out.
Unexpected.
And it means you kind of have to think a little bit more about, you know, the change of character and what it's saying about you. But sometimes just small tweaks to that can really help.
So now you're using straighteners. Is this going to sort of seal and lock in the product to the hair?
Yeah, so this really kind of bakes it in, makes sure that all the product goes into those little holes in the cuticles and fills it in.
Yeah. Have you got any tips for people growing their hair? Is it true that a little trim helps?
Okay, so the thing with a little trim helping, right?
Yeah.
Is that if you've got quite kind of tapered soft ends and your hair grows from the root,
yes,
those tapered soft ends kind of they're prone to kind of damage and splitting. That split just kind of goes further up the hair.
Fine.
And you notice, well, you get more breakage along the ends. But the truth is that if you have a slightly chunkier edge to the hair, then you're making it in better condition, which means as the hair grows out of your scalp, that kind of end of your hair isn't being broken off. And so you end up noticing the growth more.
Will you do like Oscars and do you do a lot of
I did Cannes last year for the first time,
Who did you do at Cannes?
I did Juliette Binoche for about 10 days.
Oh my God.
She was a juror.
Oh
did Iris Law.
Iris Law's got very cool hair too.
Yeah, we chopped it off a few weeks ago. Gave her a little like pixie.
Yeah.
And she's such a like cute haircut girl.
Yeah.
You're done. You can wash it tonight. You can wash it tomorrow. It doesn't feel like there's anything in your hair, but you've got like gorgeous shine, no frizz, and you're like literally you're good to go.
And in 3 to 5 months is an in-salon treatment. So come
in salon only, and you can find your nearest salons on the Wella Salon Finder.
And we will like swish back to the office.